Right. We are moving along. Many of you know I am not the gadget guy or girl. The extent of my toolkit is a butter knife, so gadgets and practical gifts are a little foreign to me. However, this is actually one of my favorite items that I've ever sold, because I got stuff, you got stuff, and I need power, and I don't want to think about it. And if this can jumpstart a car, oh, believe you me, it's gonna take care of your pad, your tablet, your phone, your camera. Go down the list. Lou Caputo, the Prince of Portable Power tonight.
Ooh, I like that. A little alliteration.
It is. And you know, Lou, when we sold this, this was really a phenomenon. And
yes.
If you have it, of course, call us. You're like me. I gave this a perfect 5-star review. It's, to me, a perfect product. And 25, it's a 4.1 star customer pick rating. Virtually everyone gave it a 5-star rating. Love the idea that it comes with all the cables, cool colors. But Lou, again, this is so much more than just portable power.
Oh, totally.
There's really not another product like it that I've ever seen.
Well, first of all, look at the size of this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really compact. Anyone I've showed this to, everybody thinks that it's like a little portable hard drive.
Yes.
Because it's so tiny and it's so skinny. And it's in a beautiful brushed aluminum case, and you've got your choice of colors in this, of course. Yeah. Just to give you a quick walk around this, it's a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, okay? That's a lot,
it's
okay?
big.
It uses a brand new battery technology called lithium polymer batteries. They are much better than lithium ion batteries because you can make them smaller, but they can hold more power, and they give a bigger punch. So you're getting all those benefits. If I press the button on the side right here, you can see there's a little readout that shows you how much power there is. When all 4 of those are lit, that's 100% power. Now with that same button, if I tip this forward, I press and hold it for 2 seconds, a light's gonna come on. There's an LED light on the front of this, as you can see right there. Press it again, and it's gonna flash, so that's a great safety feature. You can put this on the back of the car if you break down. Press it one more time, and it actually taps out SOS for you. So you're getting all those features. Now, this comes with smart cables. Your smart cables get plugged in right here on the side. Oh, there you see them. All right, so you're getting your smart cables that you see right here. They're going to prevent you from ever plugging this in the wrong way to your car battery.
Where were you when I lived in Minnesota?
Thank you. Because this is a big problem for a lot of people. We'll go over that a little bit more in detail in a moment. You're getting the case, you're getting the 4-in-1 charging cable, the white one that you see right here, so that you can do your iPad, you can do an Android phone, an Apple phone, tablets. I mean,
virtually anything.
Pretty much anything that you want to do, and you can charge them all at the same time, and I'll show you that in just a moment. You get the case, and then you get 2 different ways to recharge this. You get an AC adapter for the house, and you get a DC adapter for the car. So those are all the things that this comes with. Now, let's talk a little bit about what we were just talking about here.
Oh, yeah.
The car batteries.
The car batteries. And you know what's so crazy? I thought moving to Florida, I wouldn't have that problem. Sometimes we have more issues in the summer months because the heat and the extremes suck the juice right out of your battery. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to turn over my privacy and my safety over to somebody who either doesn't have jumper cables or doesn't know how to use them.
Well, here's the thing, okay? You know, we call that stranger danger, okay? Because when you're out there, you know, you reach into your car. I got to be honest with you. I haven't looked at the jumper cables in my truck in years. I mean, you know, forever. But, you know, so you get them out and you look at them like this, then there's a couple of issues here. First of all, you know, do you know how to connect these to your car? Is it going to be black to black, red to black, black to white? I mean, you know, if you don't know, that's why you need to buy this product, because there's really no way to mess that up. The other thing is you need 2 cars.
True.
So that's a thing. All right, so you're going to have the stranger. What if you park in a garage and your battery's facing in? What if the cables aren't long enough to reach the other car? So many issues. Now, you might be like me and you have an auto club too. Okay, one of the services out there. If you don't mind waiting a couple of hours, that's a pretty neat way to go, you know. But when you carry our jump starter, our 6,000 milliamp jump starter, I want to show you how easy this is to do. I'm going to come down here real quick. Now, this is a full-size car battery that we have sitting up here, okay? I'm going to turn on my little voltmeter, and I'm going to connect this, and I want you to take a look at the how many volts are in a fully charged car battery. 12.5 volts, okay? So we know that has 12.5 volts. That's fully charged. I'm going to take one of our little jump starters right here, the one that you're buying right now, our little power pack, and I'm going to plug in the smart cable. Now, the neat thing about this smart cable is once you plug this into it, there are these little lights on the front of it right here that are flashing, okay? And you can see those lights right there. They're telling me whether or not I've got a good connection, whether the battery's good, a whole bunch of things. But just for our test right now, I'm going to hook up this to the same voltmeter that I just used on the battery. Now remember, the battery was 12.5.
Yep.
Let's see how many volts we've got out of this little guy. 11.8. Now I want you to notice something though. You might say like, well, wait a minute, the car battery's got 12.5. Look at the difference in size, people.
No doubt.
What are we talking about here? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
It's so crazy close. So that gives you more than enough power, not only to jumpstart your car, but you can jumpstart your car multiple times without recharging this unit.
Well, and I apologize. I actually thought we still had the video of Lou doing the demonstration of this.
It was a good video of Lou.
It was a good video.
It was a really good video of Lou.
It was a keeper. It was a keeper.
It was a keeper.
It was a keeper. But what you did is because I remember we did this as a today's special. The battery was completely dead.
Disconnected. No, not just dead.
That's right. It was
we
disconnected.
Disconnected the battery from the car and jump-started the car. And I don't care if you've got a car, a truck, an SUV, 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder. It doesn't matter. This is going to work on all of your vehicles, okay? Now, I want to show you this right here, okay? Here's our little unit right there. There's the smart cable, okay? Watch what happens if I hook the batteries up the wrong way. Let's say that I'm not paying attention and I just happen to hook the red one to the negative, which you're not supposed to do, and the black one to the positive. Uh-oh. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
It's telling me something's wrong, and also there's a red light that comes on. See it right there?
Yeah.
So I know it's wrong. Now, if I reverse them and I put them on the proper way, it's going to test the battery and let me know when that little green light flashes, boom, right there, watch. The green light's going to come on and it's going to tell me you can actually jumpstart this battery. It's very simple. Now, this has to be in the car and I have to actually turn it to the accessory position.
Right.
But it prevents me from making a mistake.
It does, because I'm just looking at that battery right now. There is no way I would have known which one to put where.
Well, and the funny thing is, too, here's the thing. It's black, okay?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
See what I'm saying?
That's also part of the problem.
The symbols on the back of this are hard to see. So when you look at it, you can't see anything on there.
So just to backtrack for a moment, we are not in the great outdoors because of the potential for inclement weather.
Yeah, it started to drizzle out there.
It is. And so here's the thing, and I apologize, I thought we still had the video. If Lou can start a vehicle, actually an SUV or a car, it doesn't matter, car, truck, van, SUV, without the battery being hooked up to it, this is going to work for you. And actually, it's funny because I bought this when it was a today's special, and yes, it's kind of like a side benefit that this is going to jumpstart my battery.
Right.
Because believe you me, I run my air conditioner 24/7. I have had more dead batteries than I care to, whether you're living in Minnesota, Michigan, Florida, North Carolina, California, it doesn't matter. But I actually bought this to power my mobile devices because as a show host, I have here sold these personal power stations with this kind of ampage for as much money as you're spending today. The cable, and it was so funny because when I texted Lou earlier, I'm like, are we still doing that cable?
Yeah.
Because cables like this are roughly a flex pay. And I love the idea. This has enough power. And like you said, Lou, it's different technology than we're used to seeing in these portable power stations, if you will.
Yeah, that lithium polymer technology is brand spanking new. And that's why it can be so tiny, why it can hold so much power, and why it can put out so much power. And you just saw there how we had 4 devices hooked up to that one in this animation, and how we actually can go right to the car with it. I want you to look right here. We actually have one sitting here, this pink one, and it's hooked up right now to an iPad, an iPhone, and a camera. 3 different things. And if I had a 4th thing, I would plug it in here as well. You can do it. Oh, here's a camera. We got a different type of camera sitting up here that's being charged as well. So you can charge all these different things.
You can.
And the nice thing about this is, think about this, Shannon, okay? When you're on the road, all right, you know, jumper cables, they stay in the car. That's where they are. Maybe you think, you don't know. Nobody ever checks. We never look, right? But with this unit, you're going to carry with you everywhere that you go. You can use it to charge all your devices. I actually, when I use my tablet with this, I'll sit there and use my tablet, and it's charging it while it's on.
It's genius.
It's that powerful.
It is. I mean, if you've ever been to an airport, people fight over those outlets.
Don't they?
I mean, I read of a story where actually on one of the ferries on the East Coast, they actually took away the outlets on the ferries because it was causing arguments. And were breaking out because people were trying to charge their cell phone or their tablet. I mean, you could make money on a flight. You could make money at an airport charging money to hook, you know, for people to hook their iPad or their tablet or their computer to this. But the great thing is it will pay for itself over and over and over and over again. And to me, jump-starting your car is kind of a side benefit. So with free shipping, all the colors are back. It also comes with this great little case, which I think is fabulous because I lose everything and it keeps everything cohesively there. This is a great back-to-school item. If you have a son or daughter who's on the road, if you have someone who, like myself, who drives late at night, night.
Absolutely.
In the evening hours. Personally, I feel better knowing that I have this. I really do.
You know what? It gives you a sense of safety, you know, and especially if you're the person sitting at home, knowing that your kids, your wife, your husband, whomever is out there on the road and has this with them, with the built-in flashlight, with all the other features. I mean, think of this. If you're somebody that travels a lot, I mean, somebody who flies, rents cars and things like this, you get on the plane, you watch a movie on your phone or your tablet or whatever. By the time you get to your layover, to what you were talking about before, it's already dead.
It is already dead.
So you hook it up to this and you charge it, so you're not fighting people in the airport trying to get to an outlet, okay? Then you get on your next flight. Again, you run your phone down, your own whatever, and it's dead. Then you get to where you're supposed to be going and you rent a car. You get in the rent-a-car, you drive, and that's dead. This is going to charge all of those things, and on top of it, it's going to jumpstart the car as well. And that's what's amazing. And if you think about this, let's go through the archives here for a second, okay? Down the road of what we used to have to do. I mean, look at the way we're plugging all these different devices in here. Not only does it have enough power to charge all those things, but then it will also jumpstart your car at the end of the day. And people say to me, how long does this last? I tell people, look, if you haven't used this at all in 2 months, I recommend just tapping that little button on the side. Just give it a little look and just see how many of the little lights come on here, okay? If you got all 4 of those lights on, you're good to go. If you're down to 50%, I would charge it again just to make sure you've got enough power in it to do that. But back in the olden times, if we had a dead battery or we needed to jump start a car, we had to grab something like this. And this is what's known as a trickle charger. You hook this up to the battery and you sit there and you wait a couple of hours, okay? Then we came up with something like this guy right here. A little more compact, and it doesn't have to be plugged into anything. It has a massive battery inside of it. It weighs a ton. You're not putting this in your purse.
I was just gonna say, that's not going in my handbag.
Not going in the handbag, not going in my pocket. And the thing is about this guy, it actually is small enough that I could put it in my shirt pocket if I wanted. If it wasn't buttoned, I could do it. Trust me. I could put that in there. But look at the difference in size. This is where we've come from. We went from the big guy on the bottom to this guy. Now we've got this right here. And that's really the amazing advancement that we're talking about. And then you throw that smart cable in there. I want to show you that one more time with the battery over here.
I love that cable. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. And
it's goof-proof.
It is goof-proof.
Yep.
And I have to remind you again, in our previous demonstrations, Lou was in the great outdoors, disconnected the battery.
Totally disconnected
it. The battery wasn't even hooked up to the vehicle.
Right.
And it starts.
And it starts it right up. And that's the part that blows people's minds, because to start a car with a dead battery or a battery that's weak is one thing, but to start a car with no battery,
without a battery,
and then people always go like, well, wait a minute, how's the car run after that? Well, the alternator makes it run, okay? But to be able to do that, to have that much use. Now, one more time right here, okay, real quick. Take a look. Here's a full-size car battery. I'm going to hook up my voltmeter to this just so you could see how much power we have in there. If you look right there, you see it's 12.5 volts, okay? If I take what you're buying right now, our adapter right here, hook that up, and I'm going to hook the same cables up to this. Real quick like. Just look at that. And remember, it's impossible to hook these up backwards. You don't have to know anything about black to black, red to black, or anything like that. Okay, 11.8 is the number we come out with. So think about that. The difference in size is ridiculous between this and this.
The same power.
Almost the same power.
Virtually the same.
It's enough to start the car. That's the big thing.
Oh, you better believe it.
It's more than enough to start the car. And then you got that smart cable that literally says right here exactly what's going on with your battery. And if there's a warning, if something's not going to work for some reason, it tells you whether you can start when that green light comes on or error.
That is
It'll
so
let you
brilliant.
know.
Really and truly,
really smart.
You're going to feel so great having this. I still remember the day when I went to college, my dad got me like an emergency road kit.
Sure.
And it really meant a lot to me, because I was like, you know what? He's concerned about me on the road. And while it might not be the ring ladies, I mean, it might not be the, it really is a loving gift, because it says, I'm concerned about you on the road, and more importantly, you should do this for yourself. If you only do it for peace of mind and convenience, I don't know about you, but it is a road hazard, or scary if I don't have my cell phone. I mean, if we're without our mobile or electronic devices, that does become a hazard.
Absolutely.
And now you never have to worry about battery for your battery, and it's doing it in such a marvelous and powerful and portable and frankly a pretty way too. We love those colors. So Lou, I'm sorry we couldn't go to the great outdoors.
I know.
But you're going to be back later today.
I will be back.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you as always for your help.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Actually, we've got an encore presentation of our Roomba Today special, and then we're also going